California. Hey, if you're a first-time homebuyer, watch this. In this video, we'll discuss down payment assistance programs, loan options, and investor moves. I'll be covering the following Northern California counties: San Francisco, Alameda, Contra Costa, San Joaquin, Sacramento, Solano, as well as Sutter. My goal during this video is to give you some mortgage resources. It's going to be first-time homebuyers, aspiring investors, and of course, underserved communities in the Bay Area, Central Valley, and the Sacramento area. If there are any cities or counties that I didn't touch, feel free to drop a comment and I'll do a video on the next one. California, the Golden State, and where half the people who actually live here feel like gas at $7 a gallon and higher priced homes are becoming the normal. I hear it all the time. Renee, I make decent money. Why does home ownership seem impossible out here? Look, I'm not going to tell you California is easy, but there is money on the table. And people are leaving it behind because they don't know that it exists. Let me tell you a little bit about it. We have down payment assistance programs, special loan programs, and investor financing that doesn't care about your tax returns. We're going to get into all of that today. Welcome back, guys. And if you're brand new to this channel, I just want to say welcome. My name is Renee. I'm your local mortgage loan officer, and today we're doing NorCal breakdown. Whether you're trying to buy your first home, move up, or start investing in this market, this video was made for you. I'm gonna start with the number one question. Can I afford to buy in California right now? The truth is that affordability in California is genuinely challenging. If you're in the San Francisco area, homes cost about $1.3 million. If you're in Alameda County, you're looking at about $900,000 to $1 million. And in cities like San Leandro, Hayward, Fremont, Union City, don't even get me started on Pleasanton, you're running at about $600,000 to $850,000, if not closer to $1 million as well. But here's where it gets interesting. San Joaquin County, Sacramento County, Solano County, completely different markets. Sacramento and San Joaquin County, we're seeing an average home cost of about $480,000 to $550,000. Solano County, you're looking at about $420,000 to $520,000, and in Sutter, $470,000 to $420,000. That makes your median home cost $350,000 to about $400,000, and prices are still fluctuating. Of course, these are just estimates, so always verify that it's current. When people say I can't afford California, what they really mean is they can't afford a specific zip code. But there are California counties where home ownership is within reach, especially if you combine it with programs that we're about to talk about today. What is the down payment assistance programs, also known as a DPA? California has some of the most robust down payment assistance programs in the entire country, and most people have no idea. Let me walk you through the key programs available. California Housing and Finance Agency is the state's primary finance agency, and they offer multiple programs that you can stack on top of each other. Here's what you need to know. My Home Assistance Programs offers a deferred payment junior loan for 3.5% of the purchase price or the appraised value, whichever is less. And that helps cover the down payment and the closing costs. Now remember, deferred means that you don't have to pay it until you sell, refinance, or pay off the first mortgage. Then we also have Cal FHA Zero Interest, also known as ZIP, an additional deferred junior program specifically for closing costs. That means it can only be used for closing costs, not for down payment assistance. 0% interest with no monthly payments. Cal FHA and conventional programs, we have our first mortgage options paired with the above assistance, buyers who qualify for FHA or conventional loans. This helps them access that down payment assistance. Income limits varies by county. The limits are significantly higher in Alameda County than they are in Sutter. So be sure to check the calhfa.california.gov for the county-specific limits. Feel free to reach out to me and I'll help you determine those local limits. Next, we have the California Dream for All program. Now, this is a big one. The California Dream for All program provides a loan for up to 20% of the home's purchase price and with no monthly payments, in exchange for sharing a percentage of the home's appreciation when you sell or refinance. This program has been incredibly popular and it's closed due to high demand. So keep checking in on the Cal FHA website because it does move fast. This is another reason that you want to get pre-approved before the program opens, so you're not scrambling. Now, Alameda County has some local programs, and that would be with the Alameda County Housing Authority, Oakland, Hayward, and Fremont. Offer additional down payment assistance programs. For Oakland, this is known as the Down Payment Assistance Loan Program. This one is a little more generous. It's a city level program only for the Bay Area. Now in Sacramento, they have the House Key program. And the Sacramento Housing Redevelopment Agency, they offer an additional assistance particularly designated for certain neighborhoods. Over in Solano County, we have the HOME program, and that provides assistance to qualifying buyers in Vallejo, Fairfield, and Vacaville. In San Joaquin and Sutter counties, there may be some areas available to you, so make sure, again, you check with your local lender. Another popular question is, what credit score do I need to buy a home in California? This comes up all the time. And the answer is, it depends on the loan type. Let me break that down. FHA requires a minimum of a 580 credit score, and that's 3.5% down. With a score between 500 and 579, you will need 10% down. FHA is available statewide, and it does pair with Cal HFA programs. Now, if you're looking to do a conventional loan, typically you're looking at a minimum credit score of 620, with better rates in the high 700s. Conforming loan limits in high-cost California counties are much higher. If you're doing a VA loan, there's no minimum score, though lenders prefer between 580 to 620. This is one of the best programs out there. Zero down, no PMI, make sure you use it. USDA loans are available in rural areas, including some areas of San Joaquin County. Sutter County typically requires a minimum score of 640 with 0% down. And then of course we have jumbo loans for purchases that are above limits, and requirements vary. Typically in the 700s, but you also want to make sure that you have strong reserves. Listen, if your score is below 620 right now, that's not a no. That's a not yet. We'll make a plan. I work with buyers and we map out credit improvement. So when the program does open, you're ready. And the worst thing you can do is wait until you want to buy. Continue to check your credit, stay on top of it, and everything that's reporting is correct. Then I get questions about investor loans. California has a reputation for being tough on investor markets. And yes, the numbers are harder than somewhere like Memphis or Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but there are still deals. You just have to know where to look and how to finance. In our target counties, here's what investors financing looks like. If you're doing fix and flips, there's fix and flip loans, there's hard money, there's also private lending, and they're very active here in California. The higher property values work in your favor. Higher ARVs mean larger loan amounts and larger potential profit margins. The challenge that rehab costs and hold costs are also higher. Your numbers have to be very tight. In San Joaquin County, Sacramento County, and Solano County, that's where I see more fix and flip activity, and it still pencils out. They have lower ARVs. In these areas, entry points are lower, ARVs have grown substantially, and there's still distressed properties in transitional neighborhoods. There's your open opportunity. Another common loan investors typically hear about is the DSCR, often known as the debt service coverage ratio. And here's the truth about DSCRs, especially in high price markets. The rent to price ratio is a challenge in places like Alameda County, where a $900,000 property typically rents for about $3,000 to $4,000. But your mortgage payment is $5 plus. So you want to know, where does the DSCR actually work? You want to look in markets where you can still acquire at prices where the rent supports the debt. I've helped investors get DSCR loans in Sacramento duplexes where the numbers just work. Many California investors use the Bay Area equity to invest out of state. Build DSCR portfolios in markets like Memphis, Birmingham, Columbus, where the math is easier, while holding California assets for appreciation. This is a legitimate wealth building strategy, and I can help structure on both sides. Is USDA better than FHA? Now, it really depends on your scenario. You really want to look at your particular lifestyle and see whether being out in a rural country area works for you, or if you prefer to be in the city. What I will tell you is the USDA loan has a zero down payment. Income limits do apply, and the home must be located in a geographical eligible area. And if you're eligible for the USDA loan, it is often the better deal solely based on the zero down or lower mortgage insurance costs compared to the FHA loan, where 3.5% down with a minimum credit score of 580 is required. Now, if you don't qualify for the USDA loan, what you can do is pair with the Cal FHA down payment assistance programs and use that in your urban or suburban area where buyers don't qualify for USDA. So again, this answer really just depends on where you want to buy and whether or not that location, that specific location, is USDA eligible. This is a conversation I have with my clients every day. So if you want to reach out, the link is in the description, or you can shoot me a message and I'll respond below. Now, the fastest way to build wealth in California real estate, that's another top question. The answer is, if you're in a high cost area, consider house hacking. That means buy 2 to 4 units using FHA financing with 3.5% down, live in one unit, and rent out the others. That way, your tenants pay for your mortgage. This is legal and it's FHA approved. It's a strategy and it's one of the fastest paths to building equity and passive income simultaneously. So if you're in the Sacramento, Stockton, or Solano area, you'd also want to look for ADUs. These have been very popular over the last few years. ADUs stand for accessory dwelling units, and they're big right now. The state itself has made permitting so much easier, and an ADU can add a substantial amount of income to your property value. So if you have California equity, use it. Whether you own the property outright or you have it built up, there are ways to pull that equity and use it to invest in stronger cash flowing investments. If it's something you're looking into, message me down below. Let's have a conversation. Listen, DSCR loans work. You just have to be strategic about which markets and which price points you're trying to work with. House hacking and ADUs are underutilized. These are specific wealth strategies. You want to learn more about DSCR loans, house hacking, the FHA loans? This is a channel you want to tune into. Subscribe, hit the bell, drop a comment, and share this with somebody who's trying to figure out how to become a homeowner in California. You might change their life. I'll see you at the next one. Let's build.